Snake.
Noonum, this level starts us facing the wrong direction. Really impressed by that one.
I was like, wait a minute, is this fucking Counter-Strike?
It might as well be. Well, actually, no. Sorry. How dare I say that? Counter-Strike's a fun game enjoyed by the populace. No, so... on my first time playing this, I was like, okay, what am I doing? Oh yeah, there's a train, right? We're after a train. I'm on a train. I'm literally on the train. Let's go. What are you guys firing at? Why aren't we leaving? What's going on here, boys?
Since we're in the train section, I feel like Hunter Freeman's start is sort of antithetical to even how, like, general Half-Life games start. It's sort of like this... I mean, it has been dreadfully slow, but not. I don't think in the way
not
the
in
game.
The way it really wants to.
Not in any intended way.
I was like, there we go. That's the exit.
Oh, that's a train.
That was actually cut out as well. I spent much longer there, and then we're on a train.
Yeah. Like, so you were talking about this game was originally like intended to start as a source filmmaker film.
It just said short film, but I believe, based on the cutscenes, that this started life as a source filmmaker type project that, you know, became this.
Because, like, it seems like, even though, like, the weirdness of the cutscenes do have a lot of more, I guess, heart into it than the game sections.
Yeah, like, that's the more labor of love part than the gameplay, which...
It's like...
I don't know. The gameplay really badly strings the cutscenes together.
Mm-hmm.
The connective thread of them is like... you know, you see why there it gives context to certain events? It's just a shame that that context needs to exist.
This train feels very weird.
By the way, nothing guides you to it, but you're not meant to explore this train whatsoever. It's pointless. What you have to do, and this is fucking baffling, is you have to just climb up on the roof for no reason.
Oh, you're just, taking a chill, like, run.
Yeah, just a smoke break up here, just on the train, and then that happens. Which is very contrived.
So we get a minigun.
With infinite ammo, but I might add, there's no ammo pop-up because there's no need for it. There's no overheat pop-up because this thing can't overheat, and... so what am I doing? Like, why did I climb up on the roof? Why did a guy just teleport there? That's awfully lucky.
What is going on, Snake?
I promise you I'm doing exactly what the game asks me to do. Like, this isn't like the train map where I'm just running around. This is a second take. This is, like, the correct thing to do.
Why did that guy... Was the guy supposed to be there with the minigun? Or did he, like... was he legitimately supposed to, like, teleport from, like... somewhere?
That happened each and every time, so I'm chosen to believe he was just in an unfortunate teleportation accident.
I mean, but that doesn't make any sense.
How frequent is teleporting in the Half-Life universe by humans? It seems to be a big deal when it happens.
It seems like there's like a scene missing, like maybe like someone is supposed to tell you that, oh yeah, Gary upstairs on the fucking train died. Go get his Gatling gun and destroy some aliens. But, like, that part is missing and you have to figure out what you're supposed to do yourself. Also, the game is so badly developed that anytime the guy just teleports there every time you go through it.
And, I don't know if you noticed, but I took some damage earlier on and my health was just immediately given back to me. You can't die in this section unless you stand on, a destroyed, like, section of train. The game doesn't tell you that, like, what happens here is you're attacked by aliens, well, you're attacked by, you know, dropships, and they're shooting the train, and then, yep, there you go. That's the only way you can die, is if you stand on. So, the correct way to do this section, which, by the way, takes 5 minutes, I timed it, you do this for 5 minutes, and you just have to stand one carriage ahead of the last one that was destroyed. Like, I'm making a big mistake. I'm playing quite ballsy at the moment doing this.
You really are.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I think I've been on here long enough. And the section will not end until all but the engine compartment is destroyed, and then you climb back down into the driver's compartment, and then it ends.
I'm glad that you, Snake, went through the whole train, like, cards, so that we could see all the people that died.
Yeah, because they don't move. In fact, I'm going to tell you something. This section merely exists so there's an in-story reason why everyone dies. It's really embarrassing. Like, everyone right now, during this section, is dying off screen, except from Nick and Adam.
Even Key.
Key, you mean Q?
Whatever. Q, Key.
Colonel Q is dead after this scene. Sorry for the spoilers, but we've seen the last of Colonel Q. Larry dies. I think Pyrocynical's character survives because you hear his voice in one more cutscene. Yeah, some British guy.
I didn't even know he was in here.
I don't actually know his character's name. He has one line I think we talked over where he walks in and he goes in his much thicker than I hate everything's British accent. Oh, Colonel, we're so fucked. By the way, that's sort of a... That was an...
Wait, is it Pyrocynical or is it IHE? I don't...
Pyrocynical isn't IHE, they're different people.
Why'd you bring... Are they both in the game? Oh,
yes! I hate everything is Nick!
Wait, Nick dies too?
No, Nick's alive!
Why won't Nick die?
Nick's fine. Adam and Nick, and obviously Mitchell will survive. I realize this game is like a rich tapestry of characters.
This is also just another indication that, like, they did it, there was, like, no discussion between, like, people, like, developing this game, because this just feels like, you know, like, okay, so we have a section in the game where aliens are shooting at a train, and you have to do it, but, like, there's, like, no, like, consistent rules. The only thing is that, oh yeah, every once in a while, one of the fucking train parts will fucking blow up.
And they can't think for ways to just put medkits up here, so just give him infinite health.
Fucking, there was, like, someone got, like, barely a paragraph explanation of what's supposed to happen in this part of the game. And, like, they made it in, like, a weekend.
This is so boring. This is so interminably dull.
It's filler. It's fucking padding.
Yeah, and that's it. That's how it ended. That should have been a cutscene where parts of a train are hit and exploded. Very long loading screen. That's just black.
A bunch of dudes just died.
A whole lot of dudes just died. Like, somehow Nick and Adam, I don't know where they were hanging out, but they're gonna be in the next cutscene. Spoilers.
God, it's going on forever.
You feel the paranoia that the game might have crashed?
I sure do.
Wait, we don't have that many compartments. I see you, cutscene, trying to be sneaky. Wait, where's even the train?
God. This cutscene.
Such a fuck up.
Welcome to Nevada, boy.
Oh, fuck off. Also, that's like an interesting part though, because like if this game was originally just supposed to be a like short source engine film, what I wonder is if any of the developers like who are actually developing the game part of it even like
got to watch the cutscenes.
Well, not watch cutscenes, but know what the fuck Half-Life is or like how it's supposed to feel.
I mean, that's like just like I've been debating a lot in my review, is like the tone of this doesn't feel like Half-Life, and how much of that is, you know, a good thing. Like, how much of it this game should be its own thing, how much of it should be attached to Half-Life, but
it's not though. If they wanted to be its own thing, they should have made its own thing and not like awkwardly place a game that they're selling for money in the Half-Life universe.
Listen to the sounds of this Humvee. Sound familiar at all? It's just the fucking buggy. And look at these fucking Play-Doh mountains. This is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. This is awful. This is like a fucking... I watched a shitpost video that was meant to be like a rip-off kids cartoon where a bunch of kids on a bus died. And that's the aesthetic they were going for on purpose that you've pulled off, trying to make something that looks good.
You know, instead of, like, making a huge open area, I think you should have focused on making it look okay, guys.
Yeah, just, you know, don't stretch yourselves, like, you know, the last area had a lot of draw distance. Oh, look at that bloom. My god, the sun is really coming down on those mountains.
It's like, it's like
astoundingly ugly.
It is the most hideous video game in the world. It's just
Look
jarring.
how the road
Look
is
at
just
that.
painted on. It's so... Like, I actually love...
Look at that. It looks like fucking molds. Look at it.
I've been playing this cheap Russian game called Hard Truck Apocalypse that has this road painted on aesthetic, and I dig it because that's some fucking cheap Russian game from 2007 or whatever. That's like super jank and weird. But you're trying to emulate Half-Life 2, a game that, you know, is kind of known for being quite good looking for its time.
Yeah, I don't even think like the modeling's bad. It's just like the textures and like whatever shaders this guy has on are just ridiculous.
Just make a mountainside and then just stretch upwards until it looks really tall. What do you mean the texture will look stretched and fucking ugly as sin? So, I think, here's the thing, I think this is meant to be an escort section. I think we're meant to be escorting this truck. Wow, look at that seam in the road. Holy fuck. But here's the thing, the truck will fucking ram through you, and then just pause when enemies attack. It's like, please kill me! Please put me out of this!
What happened to the dudes who fucking like just stopped there? Did they all die?
No, they're still alive.
No.
It's very hard to tell in this game when people have died. I get that.
But why there was like a bunch of like 2 cars that stopped like earlier. What is this?
I guess that's them. I think they died. This is just a road littered with Humvees. I'm trying to like test it. Will this thing just ram me? Yeah, it will. It has no it has no bearing for me.
What would have happened if you'd done that?
I don't know. The game would have crashed. Let's take an educated guess. You know, I do appreciate this section for one thing. The turret at least kills things really fast, and I still have infinite health, which is amazing. It's like
Why?
It's so late. I guess because they couldn't figure out where to put medkits on this map.
I guess, or it's like unfinished, basically.
Yeah. Did anything about this game so far scream that it was finished in any way?
So like you know,
like.
in the middle of like the delay, the one delay it had before the game was like actually released.
Actually, it was delayed 5 times. Then I read up reports, and oh my god, this is a juicy tidbit. So in the Discord for this game, they talked about the fact that he was intentionally delaying it because he thought it was a good publicity stunt. He thought he was playing on like, oh man, repeated delays, haha. Not realizing that actually looks really shitty. That actually looks really bad. That's not a publicity stunt. That's awful. That's terrible. That's self-sabotage.
Which world does that seem like a good thing? It's like, Shigeru, you know what Shigeru Miyamoto once said? No, and yeah, but those games were good.
And not to mention, like, you can't just delay it by a matter of days and make people think, oh, they're really cleaning up. No, a delay of 2 months is cleanup time. A delay of several days makes someone think, okay, something's gone wrong here. There's been some miscommunication. The truck is stuck.
You can't do shit in 7 days. Yeah, the truck is stuck. What the hell was the truck want to do? Oh, you can drive any fucking...
I felt so fortunate that it lets you get out and drive these Humvees, because, like...
Just any Humvee, of course.
I guess the question is that an intentional challenge or not?
I mean, it has to be.
It looks so stupid.
But it has to be intentional, because, like, what else would it have been? Because they were all placed there. And, like, there was no way that the truck was going to go through them. Or, like, were they intending for the truck to just blast through all the Humvees? I don't get it.
Oh yeah, by the way, you've probably guessed, but in this section you are both driving and shooting the Humvee, so who are we really playing as in this section? Are we Mitchell or are we Driver? And who is the driver? Who is this unnamed protagonist?
Maybe it was too difficult to just... Jesus Christ. I'm like, is the video over every time a cutscene, like a loading screen comes?
So, that's like one of... By the way, despite what we just said, that is one of the least shit levels of the game, because there's a road, so you know where to go. So, congratulations.
Going back on, like, the thought process behind who you are in the car, I feel like developing, like, 2 simultaneously traveling cars and shooting was probably a bit too difficult for this team.
Yeah, you know. Oh, very good Combine.
I guess there's gonna be like, there's nothing even in there? What's the point of that?
So we have to go to a factory to help some workers, because that was what that unsubtitled phone call was just about. All these buildings around this gas stop literally do not matter. Oh, also the game would occasionally lag when I equipped certain weapons for the first time on each map. You might have noticed that those few frames there that were missing.
So wait, we can't go past here? Like it's
No,
just
we
like
can. We can't drive past here.
But we're supposed to be able to drive, like...
No, we're not. That happens, so we have to walk to the factory. So, for some reason, all of these buildings are, like, stocked with stuff, but there's no reason to go in any of them. I guess, like, maybe at some point there was going to be events here, because if you go in this diner, it triggers something. But, I don't know why.
What happened? Something blew up? That's nice.
If you go in here, they fire more headcrab canisters, so it behooves you not to go in here. Don't explore the map. We will punish you for it.
But no headcrabs.
Oh,
no headcrabs still.
Sorry, yeah, they don't put headcrabs coming out. They just... So if you go in there, like, no, we want that diner. It's ours.
Whoops. We forgot to put any headcrabs into the thing that's supposed to fucking have headcrabs in it.
Did they just think we gotta make some kind of mortar shell and then just realize, well, we're not gonna make one. We have to run down this road. We have to run down this fucking road.
I love the trees. That's just a solid image. There's just no headcrabs in it. Like, that's...
There's a headcrab in that one.
There's a couple of headcrabs.
They remembered to put them in that one.
So it's like, in a Combine, like, there's like a contractor there. It's like, fuck, we forgot to put headcrabs in here. Well, shoot the ones that have headcrabs in them. Well, that's gonna cost you.
Damn it, why did we get our headcrab canisters from the lowest bidder? You shouldn't cheap out on your military Combine.
I mean, it's just like the 7 hour... We want it done in 7 hours, in one workday.
We got to clock off by 12. The men complain. There's union rights. If they work more than 2 12-hour shifts on consecutive days, we're getting sued to shit. So, the only guidance we were given is go to the factory. So, naturally, they put 3 factories on this map. And didn't tell you which one to go to.
My favorite thing about the 7 hour war is that the entire world couldn't like pull off an entire fucking workday, you know, to survive. It was like, I'm clocking out early, guys.
I mean, that's what we did. We just grouped up with some deserters. Also, I really love, there's something about that Humvee I love. That tells you they couldn't figure out how to put down a turret, so they just sandboxed a Humvee. That's adorable to me. It's so shit. It's like astounding. It's like creative in how bad that is.
But why? It could have just been a Humvee. Like, you get it, like, a random Humvee that couldn't move. But why does it have to be boxed in? Like, they couldn't even develop
figure out how to do that.
They couldn't figure out how to like develop this Humvee so it like wouldn't move. But so they just had to like fucking level the editor wise, just put in a bunch of goddamn sand boxes. Or what's with the framing of this?
Jesus,
has it always been like
down.
this?
No, they're getting experimental. Like, so far it's just been a bunch of static face shots. This time they got some handy cam in here. I hate this guy. This is Boston Joe.
Yeah, but what's... Wait, have all the other cutscenes been this letterboxed? They haven't, right?
No, I didn't even notice the letterboxing. What the fuck's up with this? Were they getting experimental for this scene? Just in every way? We need some anamorphic widescreen in case someone plays this on their TV.
We're just going for this. This is just the look that we're going for this cutscene. Why? I don't get it!
So, what this cutscene is establishing is there's a gas leak and we have to save some people.
As you do.
Oh, he's got a crowbar, but he wants to keep it as a big... Us Half-Life fans. Fuck you.
Hey, have you seen a crowbar before? We're in this video game.
Also, they were making a joke about calling head crabs spiders with vaginas, which... Spiders have, like, you know, a few more legs.
I thought you said no weapons.
Was that a joke as well? Wait, I thought you said no weapons, because he has a shotgun, there's a gas leak in here, but the level doesn't explode if you fire a gun. So, they spent a whole cutscene establishing you can't shoot in here, and then they just make it so you can shoot in here.
This fucking random asshole just has a shotgun. Obviously.
I'm not giving you my crowbar because it complements my shotgun so well. This is a second take. There's no reason to fight any of the zombies.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah. Like, this ally can't die. Unlike Adam, trained military professional, Boston Joe, factory worker, is fucking invincible. Fucking floored by this game.
He looks so bizarre. Like, he is the most bizarre character we've seen so far. Look at him. His face is, like, weird. He looks like some fucking guy, basically.
I love it as well. It's like, we're writing a character, and he works in a factory in Nevada. Boston Joe. You know, Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston Joe. He's from Boston.
I guess he has to be, yeah, it's so weird. Like, it's such a weird character trait. It's like, we've got one scene to give you the character of Boston Joe to sell him.
This game should... Like, they were too lazy to develop this, probably, but this game should have, like, a bunch of, like lore building in it. Like just random, like, letters, like it's fucking Last of Us, that you can read, and then it's some account from a worker here, about, hey, this fucking guy, Joe from Boston, getting to work in Nevada.
So, what's really interesting is, in the original playable demo I found out, Mitchell had an ability where he could examine corpses and then you'd get a flashback of how they died. That, feature does not survive into the main game, obviously.
Aww! That's bullshit! I was so excited for that!
Boston Joe could walk through the invisible wall, but I had to no-clip through it because you're not meant... Even though the whole objective is to open this door, there's actually nothing in here. You're just meant to hit those switches and then leave the factory. So, just walk back out of that room, and that's the end of that, and the last of Boston Joe.
What?
Characters just come and go.